Okay, let's do part two.
To a place they believed to be more open-minded, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Every day that we're here, our family goes deeper and deeper into the fear of what could happen. The people in Vegas are going to be a lot more tolerant.
Yeah, I mean, Las Vegas is definitely more open-minded than Utah. That is for sure. Cody's 4 wives and their 16 children were packing up and preparing for the move when the media caught wind of it. And they were saying that they had 24 hours to move before TMZ released the story.
We're going to move.
I think this actually might have been like one of the only episodes that I've seen is when they went to Vegas. Because it definitely was not a show that I flipped on, you know? I think, this was on In the Odds, right? I believe it was my ex-boyfriend who's like, hey, if you like Big Love, you might like this, and flipped it on. Big Love was just a complete fiction, though. You know, it's definitely not the same thing as actually living this in practice. And, I mean, I've had the debate about polygamy quite a few times about how harmful and misogynistic it is to misogynistic to obviously to the wives, but harmful to the children involved in the scenario too, because they are then trained up and groomed that this sort of lifestyle is okay and that they themselves should engage in it as adults. Really damaging shit. That again, I'm gonna say it. I believe that this is also true with polyamorous situations, and with open marriages too. I think that if you were incapable of having a true commitment with your partner, your lover, then it's just going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Because you can't be fucking around with a bunch of different people. You simply can't. And have a healthy, happy relationship. I just don't believe that is possible. Because there are too many dynamics involved in which people will get hurt. And obviously that is the case because we're seeing that unfold already. And she's only talking about season 2.
In 3 days.
And the show made it seem like investigators would try and arrest Cody at that time once the story broke. They worried that if Cody was found guilty, then the wives would be separated and Cody would go to prison, which is what happened to Christine's grandfather and his many wives. All this panic and alleged persecution made for good reality TV, but it wasn't true at all. The Browns were not in danger of being persecuted for polygamy. It's rare for the Utah Attorney General's office to prosecute polygamists unless they're accused of additional crimes. And the 2010 Lehigh police report reveals the true details of the investigation. The investigator acknowledges that Cody is an admitted bigamist, but since there was no evidence of other crimes associated with bigamy, the state prosecutors declined to prosecute Cody. The real crime was the fact that the Browns were financially benefiting off of promoting a criminal act on the Sister Wives TLC show. Okay. Though if you ask me, the biggest crime of all is even wanting to marry this man. The police report reads, it's most likely that the Brown family received some sort of financial consideration for their involvement in this project. Right. That would suggest that they were paid to promote an activity that is a criminal act in their state. However, it's unknown at this point what, if any, financial compensation was received. Had the Browns stopped the TV show, the investigation would have been dropped. So to be able to continue their TV show, Cody...
Why wasn't the target also a TLC? Because if TLC is they're making a hell of a lot more money than the family did, right? On promoting what is considered a felony activity in Utah. I don't know how it classifies in Nevada, if they have any laws against it in Nevada. But if TLC was knowingly covering it, promoting it, and making a hell of a lot more money on it than the family was, then why weren't they a target of the Utah investigation? Or am I missing something here?
Moved his family to Las Vegas. On top of that, the investigation reported that the Sister Wives producers were actually fighting to decriminalize polygamy, which the show was meant to promote in the first place. The last page of the police report reveals this shocking information. The Sister Wives producer, Timothy Gibbons, made contact with Cody through a group actively working to decriminalize polygamy called Principal Voices. The police report reads, "It was found that in 2009, independent producers Timothy Gibbons and Christopher Poole approached the North Carolina-based company Figure 8 Films with the concept of a reality show about the Brown family. Prior to this, Timothy Gibbons had been introduced to Cody by Anna Wild with the polygamy advocacy group Principal Voices. The goal of Sister Wives from the beginning was to advocate for polygamy, and with the help of Sister Wives and Cody, polygamy was decriminalized in Utah in 2020. Instead of polygamy being a third-degree felony in Utah, it now can only be punished with at most a $750 fine and community service." Really advocating for women there, I see. According to Gibbons' production company website, the Sister Wives producer promised no experts or opposing views would be included in the show that was contrary to their goal of decriminalizing polygamy.
Okay. Whoa. I mean, it is human trafficking. It is human trafficking. But on top of it, I don't think they've ended child marriage in Utah either, right? Like, so we're talking about, like, women can basically be sold off into this situation by their families or whatnot. Oh my God. Wow.
And TLC didn't tell viewers that Sister Wives producers and Cody were working in tandem to decriminalize polygamy and push the narrative that plural marriage isn't harmful and shouldn't be illegal. And instead, the show ended up just proving why plural marriages are so harmful and toxic, ironically. So it seems like behind the scenes and with the production of Sister Wives, there was a lot of shady intentions and general deception. And even though fans connected with primarily the three Sister Wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, there was one person in particular that no one connected with, and that's Cody Brown.
Okay.
Cody Wynn Brown was born on January 17th, 1969, to William Wynn Brown and Janelle II. His father was a polygamist and had 3 wives, and Cody has 9 siblings. He was raised in a Mormon household and says his parents struggled with the dichotomy of the Mormon faith and plural marriage, and Cody worked as an advertising salesman until the start of the show. And TLC viewers first met Cody when he was living in Utah with his 3 wives at the time. During the first season, Cody was presented as a doting father who wanted his children to grow up feeling safe.
If you only list your vacation home on Airbnb, you might get someone looking for a little studio. But if you list it on
Footage not found.
But sadly, in recent years, Cody has completely lost his ability to juggle multiple households and keep everyone happy.
We came into this by way of commandment. We felt like we were supposed to live it, and we had an ideal that it was a better way. And it come to a stark reality of the struggle that it is.
And the patriarch has been accused of creating conflicts so that he can continue living under Robin's roof.
Do you believe that Robin is the favorite wife?
I feel like, and my children feel like, he has been disproportionate in the amount of time that he spends there.
I don't have a head wife in this family.
For years, Cody tried to take Christmas away. And then Robin came in the family. She started being like, well, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my whole entire life. But she had magical conversations with Cody where he would come back and say, I think that we need to still have Christmas and things like that. And she was totally heard. And it blew my mind.
At first on the show, Cody was meh. I mean, let's be honest, was anyone tuning into the show to watch Cody constantly flip his hair and look bewildered?
And it's just
I did.
vomiting out of me. Whoa. You don't know what I went through.
Wow. Oh my God.
But later on in the show, fans
How did anybody like that? How could anybody stay tuned to the TV watching that kind of bullshit? Like, I mean, he looks fucking insane. Okay, I don't get everybody's level of entertainment, but whoa.
became more and more disillusioned with Cody, especially in regards to how he acted as a father. When the wives went away for a few days, Christine and Cody's daughter Truly became very ill.
This is actually going to be the first time in 8 years that I've ever watched all the children.
Truly does not feel well at all. And she kept me up all night last night. She just kept moving from place to place to place.
And Cody practically ignored her, saying she's just fine.
She doesn't really have a fever, though. I don't know what's wrong. She wasn't that hot. I know a fever.
Cody and Aspen and McKelty, they've both been talking to me, and Truly's really sick. And so I'm excited to get back home to see what's going on with her. You know, Cody says she just has flu-like symptoms, but not a fever. But Aspen and McKelty are pretty freaked out by her and her behavior.
Christine comes home from the trip and sees Truly is so sick, she's gone cross-eyed.
I got to the emergency, and I went and checked in, and she just kept going cross-eyed. I don't know this. I don't know how serious this is.
And takes her to the emergency room and finds out she has acute kidney failure.
Oh my God.
They called a kidney specialist in because they realized that she had no fluids in her. Her kidneys are shut down.
Her kidneys are completely shut
Yeah,
down.
they're
They're not
completely
working.
shut down. They've stopped.
And that was a huge example of how neglectful as a father he was. Cody also forgot his son's 21st birthday in December of 2022.
I didn't remind him that it was my birthday because I wanted to see
If he
remembered.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
And refused to go to one of his daughter's surgeries for her scoliosis.
You can't come the whole time.
Listen, I'm not flying there. This is the thing, you guys. I'm not going to New York. All right? So I think that you should wait for the surgery.
And all these children have expressed how they've been let down and disappointed by their dad. And it leaves me with the question, what is even remotely appealing about Cody? And he pulled four women who married him and gave him children.
Yep.
If you watching right now are complaining because you want to be in a relationship but you're still single, you should be inspired by Cody, because he really does show that anything is possible and that you really can find people who love you no matter who you are.
Wow.
Chewy always has great prices. So you save on what they love and get more love in return.
A lot of fans also think that Cody is the epitome of a man-child. During Sister Wives season 17, Cody has had many tantrums. And one notable tantrum that Cody has had is over the many sacrifices that he believes he made in his marriage to Christine. Cody confronted Christine Brown about their marriage in season 17 in a family meeting and said he has never loved her and that he performed his marriage duties out of necessity and not love.
In our marriage, I was putting so much effort. I was holding her hand. I was kissing her. Well, I wasn't in love. I was doing it as my duty as a husband. And she's not either. I mean, she quit loving me years ago.
That was great to
Yeah. 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 Yep. I know somebody exactly like that right now. Know somebody exactly like that, performing his duties as a husband. Well done.
Here, after like 25 years, fans were shocked to hear him speak about intimate details of his and Christine's relationship in front of the other sister wives. And even more shocked about the fact that he said he never loved Christine on national television, where their 6 children would see it and hear him say that. Kody Brown has 18 children shared with his 4 wives. However, except for his daughter Mykelti, he doesn't have a good relationship with any of the children that he shares with Christine, Janelle, or Mary. Maybe he is the problem then. And he's disappointed these kids because on the other hand, they see him having a great relationship with all of Robyn's children and being super involved, even with the 3 children he adopted from Robyn's other marriage. And during COVID, all of his rules and restrictions are what really let down his children, who weren't even really allowed to see him or have a relationship with him, especially when he missed his daughter's surgery and fans saw her asking for him after her surgery, all the while he never showed up.
Last night was brutal. It was brutal. And she kept asking for her daddy, and I'm like, honey, he's not here. And then a few minutes later, she'd ask for him again. I'm like, what? And then the doctor explained to me that when they're coming out of anesthesia, they don't really register anything. So she was going to ask for the same thing over and over and over. It was so heartbreaking.
And of course, COVID-19 fears are understandable to a certain extent. Many people have debilitating phobias of sickness and germs, but fans felt that his COVID-19 protocols were more of an excuse rather than a legitimate fear, especially since him and Robyn often contradicted their own rules. And also,
Well, and aren't they all like homeschooled? Weren't they all homeschooled? I mean, the wives did not have jobs. The one that wanted to go to college was not allowed to go to college, right? So they were all at home. So what the hell is the problem then? If they they're all basically isolated, and they're probably wearing masks outside, right? I would assume. So what's the problem here? They should have been considered a pod. I mean, I got really freaked out early in COVID when my family started meeting up together again and doing things. And I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, we're a pod. Well, I'm not going to be a part of your pod because I can't trust that the rest of you aren't meeting with other people, right? But when you've got something like this, these people are not going anywhere, right? I don't think they were going to school, right? I don't think these are publicly educated children, right? I think they're homeschooled, right? So I'm not getting this. I'm not getting why they needed to be isolated from each other. Whereas I get it in an adult situation where some of the people that were being allowed into that pod were still had jobs, like were going out and doing things, and maybe didn't have the same level of carefulness when it came to public places. And so I would understand it in a situation where it's like a bunch of adults like that. But we're talking a family with kids, and they're all at home like the whole fucking time.
So, of course, 18 children is an insane amount of children to have. And it's literally impossible to juggle time and attention between 18 children, which is an exact reason why polygamy is unhealthy, especially for the children of the family who witness these marital relationships and don't get any time with their father. But to sympathize with Kody Brown a little bit, he was raised in this exact same environment. So maybe this was all he knew, and he probably never knew any other way of operating.
Well, and that's probably part of the problem is that in a polygamy situation, you never learn how to have like a deep one-on-one relationship. because you've added so many women to your life that you're spreading yourself amongst all of these other women. So you have not, as the husband of the family, learned how to, and this is true for the women too, you're not learning how to have a deep one-on-one relationship where you have that kind of marital connection. And also you are unable to teach your children what that type of relationship looks like. And so what you're teaching them is just surface relationships. And that's why these relationships are not working. I never loved you. I held her hand. I did the marital duties, but I never really loved her. That is real. Like, they shouldn't have been married. That one should have been divorced if he didn't love her. This is so gross. This is so gross, you guys.
Now, as of 2022, most of the sister wives have left Cody Brown.
First, we had Christine Brown confirming her split from Cody Brown last year. Now we have Janelle Brown confirming her split from Cody on the one-on-one Sister Wives special. We then had Mary Brown confirming that her and Cody are no longer together.
Christine was the first wife to leave Cody in November 2021. After more than 25 years together, Cody and I have grown apart, and I have made the difficult decision to leave, Christine wrote on Instagram. We will continue to be a strong presence in each other's lives as we parent our beautiful children and support our wonderful family. At this time, we ask for your grace and kindness as we navigate through this stage within our family.
Why are you insisting on holding on to me? Why?
Whoa.
This isn't working, Cody. You said it wasn't working too.
In his own statement, Cody wrote, Christine's decision to leave comes with a great deal of sadness. We enjoyed many years together, and I have a large amount of respect and admiration for her. Although we are moving forward on different paths, we will always remain committed parents.
Christine was completely decided. Whatever she'd done over the past 10 or 2 years, I don't know what it was, but she was completely decided.
And where were you?
In denial. A bad marriage is a bad marriage. Everybody expects you to just go and figure it out and fix the marriage. What if a marriage just isn't fixable?
Later, Christine revealed that the decision to leave was largely in part to Cody's relationship with her children. During a December 2022 appearance on the Reality Life with Kate Casey podcast, Christine explained that her kids were disappointed with Cody for years after he failed to spend meaningful time with them. And I saw it in their eyes that they didn't really feel like they had a great connection with him.
You look back now and it's sort of like the puzzle pieces are kind of fitting together now.
Yeah, it was almost like this burden got lifted, and I was like, all right, then it's time to move on.
Of her choice to leave the 26-year marriage, Christine added, you can only sit and wish for so long. You actually have to start making the steps necessary to change that dialogue, to change the situation. While the split initially appeared amicable, Cody later revealed in an episode that his feelings differed. I'm in this sort of weird place where I'm like thinking I don't want to see Christine ever again. I don't want to think about her. I don't want to drive past this house ever again and mourn this. Such a child. In the season 16 finale of Sister Wives, which aired in February of 2022, Christine contemplated ending her relationship with Cody after he suggested they have a romance-free relationship.
You're blaming me for me being turned off by your behavior.
Oh my God.
It's so embarrassing.
She subsequently kicked him out of her bedroom. The intimate part of our marriage is over, and to be honest, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with staying in a marriage where there's no intimacy. That's not a real marriage.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I mean, fellas and women, there has to be a level of intimacy that both people are comfortable with, or it's not going to fucking work. You know, I grew up in a household of grandparents who were very, very Catholic, and the love was lost in the 50s, right? They slept in separate bedrooms, and they fought every day. But they stayed together because they didn't believe in divorce, right? And that was not a good situation for anybody, I don't think. I mean, you could talk about the benefits of having two people in the house, so that you get to see both of them every day. But if they're miserable, they're unhappy people, not going to work. Not going to work. It's not good for anybody.
I'm not interested in a half marriage or a partial marriage or whatever we have.
So, I mean, things with Cody and I have been hard for a long time. Months ago, we had a conversation. I mean, he just made it very blatantly clear that he said he just wasn't attracted to me anymore and we were not going to have an intimate marriage anymore. We didn't touch, we didn't hold hands, we didn't hug, nothing. We had for a long time. So I just told him not to stay in my...
And look at her, she's beautiful. She's probably one of the prettier wives. She's one of the prettier wives. And I'm not attracted to you anymore. Okay, all right.
anymore. I didn't want him in my space anymore.
She drops a bomb on me. She said, I don't want you to stay in my room anymore. She's like, my room is a special place to me and nothing special happens there for us. I'm like...
Well, yeah, what are you just going in there and
A lot of
snoring?
people have marriages, they're like this. Romance-free marriage.
It felt really good to tell him to not come over.
I couldn't with a clear conscience stay married to someone who had favorites and made it known, and someone who was breaking my kid's heart. Cody also had what I can only assume was a total temper tantrum on an episode of The Sister Wives, where he talks about how he was disgusted with Christine when they first met because of the way she ate nachos, and that he was never attracted to her and never loved her, and actually found her disgusting.
Nacho cheese.
I will be honest, I was not attracted to Christine in any kind of physical sense. I mean, I look back in retrospect and I wonder, was that fair? But I can't even look there because we have children together, we have a life together, we have a relationship, and we found our sweet spot.
So you were not physically attracted to Christine?
That's an understatement.
You were grossed out by her?
I won't say that, but the nachos grossed me out enough to make me go, okay, I'm waiting to marry.
How does it feel to hear her? That's horrible.
Cody saying he's disgusted by a woman because of the way she eats nachos. Like, maybe you need...
Not just a woman, the mother of his children. A woman who produced children for him. This man is absolutely disgusting. He's, oh my God. And TLC decided that this was great television. This is abusive. This is absolutely verbally abusive right here.
to go to therapy, do some evaluating, self-exploration on that one. Then, towards the end of 2022, 2 more sister wives jumped ship. Cody Brown was asked to address his relationship status with Janelle Brown in a sneak peek for the upcoming Sister Wives one-on-one special. I'm separated from Janelle and I'm divorced from Christine Brown. And Janelle also confirmed.
Janelle has made it pretty clear to me that she's enjoying her life without me.
I think if we both really sat down, we'd look at each other and say, really, we've been separated for several months.
While Janelle and Cody have been together for almost 3 decades, their relationship began to crack during 2020. And Janelle refused to follow Cody's strict rules, telling him to F off during an intense argument about their holiday 2020 plans.
And I want you to just respect that, okay?
Yeah, off. I'm just like, what the sorry. I don't even recognize this family or whatever. Like I don't know. Something has really changed for me.
The dynamic between the couple declined in the months that followed. The Browns' religion, Apostolic United Brethren, or AUB, looks down on men who leave their wives far more harshly than women who leave their husbands. So it's believed that Cody was pushing away his wives on purpose so they would leave him instead of him having to leave.
He's been making some noise. Like even last year, he's like, look, plural marriage is standing in the way of my personal progress. He said that to us one time.
And then, after he separated from Mary Brown, Cody Brown and his sister wives are no more. At least seemingly for now. Mary Brown confirmed only a little while after Janelle confirmed her separation that she has also ended her 32-year marriage to Cody Brown. While the show was continuing for now, 3 out of the 4 women have left Cody, leaving him with only one remaining wife, Robin Brown.
Wow.
Mary Brown said Cody made the decision to end their marriage. During the TLC interview, Mary is shown a clip of Cody Brown in which he says, "I don't consider myself married to Mary. If she wanted to move on and marry another, she wouldn't get an argument from me."
How is your relationship with Mary today?
Mary and I are in an amiable relationship, but we've been like literally separated for, I would say 4 or 5 years. Neither of us see real value in the relationship.
You don't want to be intimate with Mary right now. Is that still where things stand?
Yes.
And Mary said the pair never discussed their separation.
Mary, do you want to be intimate with Cody, but he doesn't want to be, or are you in the same place as him? Like, what's going on in your head?
I think I want more of a relationship with him than we're having right now.
Imagine thinking you're married to someone and then they do an interview or make like an Instagram post or something and basically say, yeah, if you want to like move on and marry someone else, like that's fine. I'm cool with it. Like he just made the decision. I've never heard him say that to me. But Cody stated of his relationship with Mary, "I didn't give up on Mary. It just turned out that the relationship was essentially unstable. I just didn't feel like it was tenable. It's not a functional relationship. We can get along, but we can't be together." And there were a lot of people who were critical of Cody's behavior through this entire separation process. He was telling Christine that she just walked away and gave up and that's wrong, while simultaneously walking away and giving up from Mary.
Oh, he wants to work on it with Christine, but not me.
He threw multiple temper tantrums, lashed out at his ex-wives.
That's the reason I'm pissed off. And that's the reason I'm pissed off.
That's not true.
And it's just vomiting out of me. Man, just the knife in the kidneys over all these years. And the sacrifices that I made to love you.
Wow.
Wasted. And you are running away. That's not true. Put the on me.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Same old.
I cannot believe that I have done all this to save you, to save Truly, to save my children. I did not know that it wouldn't harm them.
Made them feel guilty, even degraded their appearance and said he never loved them. And as of December of 2022, Robin is the only wife remaining. Though Robin has said that Cody's issues with his other marriages have put a strain on their relationship.
Cody is now questioning me left and right about things that I thought he knew about me. Like he's struggling to trust everybody.
It's sort of that be careful what you wish for thing. Many fans thinking that Robin was a big contributing factor in Cody's wives becoming more estranged from him. But now that she's the only wife, she's kind of going, oh crap, now I have to deal with all of his shiz.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm living right through that because Cody is having issues with some of his other relationships, and it's making our relationship really, really hard.
Aw, poor baby. After the split.
When she said she was leaving, she took away a really big dream from me. It was, I always imagined us, you know, when we were older, sitting there with our grandkids and just getting that sisterhood that we saw some of these older women in our church have.
Do you feel like Christine robbed you of that?
Yes, she took it away. She took that away.
I'm sorry. Look, I come from a divorced family. Are you saying that you can't get together on holidays and birthdays and family picnics and shit? You can't, you can't figure out a way to, like bring everybody together for functions? Like, how did she take that away from you? From what it sounds like, you didn't all live together anyway, right? You didn't all live together anyway. So why can't you, I know I grew up in a neighborhood where there were a lot of Mormon families. There was at least one house on every block in the neighborhood I grew up in. And one thing that they all had in common was that Sunday was family day. So if Sunday is family day, then that's the day you all go to church together. And then you do something together as a family, right? So what are you whining about? Like, look, if it didn't work, it didn't work, but it's not like you're not going to see each other anymore.
I'm exhausted. Like, who cares? If you're not with me, you're against me. F off, you know? I'm just like that way, Cody said about the split.
I'm exhausted. Like, who cares? If you're not with me, you're against me. F off. You know, I'm just like that way.
Yeah, you seem to be that way and handling it really well and maturely. On an episode of The Sister Wives, the splintered family had a very heated family meeting.
I do think you, Cody, focus like you're like, oh my God, nobody wanted to be together. And to be honest with you, I really don't know if I want to do the work.
And then this is exactly what I was afraid of with Christine leaving.
It basically feels like I'm being forced to choose between my children and this group. I don't feel like my children are welcome. A lot of people have questioned if the women that are separating from Cody will remain on the show, but Christine Brown has continually confirmed that she will remain on Sister Wives.
I am definitely not leaving Sister Wives. This is, in fact, the set in my home. I'm so excited.
And now the Sister Wives plot will follow Christine in her own state, in her own home, on her own terms as she navigates her single life.
I didn't know life could be simple. I didn't know that my life was complicated. I didn't know my previous life was complicated. And now when I look back on it, I'm like, oh my gosh. I get to live life for me. I'm just done putting up with people who I don't need in my life. So I don't allow people into my life who are not going to be kind and they're not going to be good. I only allow good people in my life.
Which I think will be an incredibly fascinating avenue for the show to explore. After being in what many people see as a polygamist cult, how are these women going to adjust to normal life? Will they date? How will they handle dating and living completely independently? And now that Cody Brown is down to one wife, it sounds like the patriarch is even rethinking his relationship with Robin. Cody Brown is said to be content in his union with Robin Brown, but might be taking some time to rethink if marriage is suitable for him. And Cody has been reportedly grieving the loss of his family, but fans feel that he is the only one to blame for all of this. A source close to the family spoke with In Touch, sharing that Cody's life is currently a mess. While the father of 18 is happy with Robin, the insider questioned how long that feeling would last. Robin is apparently fine with the other wives exiting, but also seems to be questioning her relationship with Cody.
It's hard to be a plural wife.
Did you know that AAA members get exclusive discounts and benefits when they rent a car with Hertz? Whether you're...
When your husband has a wife, leaving him.
Plural marriage isn't all beer and Skittles. You know, it's...
Is that something? I mean, I don't think I've ever sat around and had beer and Skittles. Is that something people do? Beer and Skittles? For real? I mean, that's not exactly my go-to snack, you know?
Not for a man. I mean, there's a different burden that I don't want to sit here and mansplain to you. It's just obvious that it's difficult. You're going to share your husband? Why would you do that?
All of this drama definitely made for entertaining TV.
And that's the reason I'm pissed off.
And it seems that though Kody Brown's life and family is falling apart, the Browns' fame, success, and businesses could actually be boosted heavily from the divorce and the drama and the entertainment that comes with it all. People are
Well, yeah, because that's far more interesting, is seeing how, what's their life going to be like after they got out of this toxic situation, right? That's far more interesting to see. I think most of these wives are probably not going to date right away. I mean, they might. I suppose it depends on how long they were in the marriage with absolutely no affection, right? But there is probably going to be a scenario there where they just want to feel what it is to not have somebody else that they're that was okay. So when I got out of my long-term relationship, I did not date again for a very long time, and the reason being is that I wanted to live alone. I didn't want to have somebody that I was responsible for calling and checking in with. And my ex-boyfriend wasn't very affectionate either. I mean, occasionally he was, but not very often. So it wasn't like I needed the human touch right away. What I needed was quiet, because I had a man baby too, who was also screaming and throwing tantrums in my house. And when you live in a situation like that, where you never know when the person is going to just explode on you, at least for me, I felt like I needed time to myself. I needed quite a bit of time to myself, because I just didn't, and I have not lived with another man again since. Because I don't need that kind of shit in my life. And it's hard to tell just on when you first start dating somebody what kind of character they have. That usually gets revealed over time. And then once you find out that they are a yeller or a screamer, or maybe they're a cheater, maybe they don't prioritize things right. You find these things out over time, and then you have to evaluate it at that situation. But if you move in with them like right away, it's so much more difficult to actually get yourself out of that situation. So yeah, I mean, I broke up with him in 2012. I haven't looked back.
Fascinated by things that are the most relatable. Divorces, breakups, and family drama are very relatable topics. On top of that, those who've been following the family for years are going to be most engaged during this time that the family is falling apart. It's literally ratings gold for the network and for the family, with more publicity and engagement now than they've ever had.
Yeah, but on top of it, now the women, they're probably going to handle payment differently too, because I think you said earlier, and I don't know if it was part 1 or part 2, but you said earlier that one of the wives ended up having to sell her house and give the money to another wife so that she could live in a much larger house, right? Well, with them out of this scenario, they can make their own money by doing the show, and build their own lives from it. So I can understand why they would still want to do the show for that reason, because they'll probably get paid pretty good. They'll make enough to at least buy a house, raise their kids, maybe set up a retirement fund. It should be a decent amount of money for them to continue doing it. And if there's still interest in the show, why not, right?
The TLC show Sister Wives has been wildly successful, which leads me to wonder how financially successful have the Browns been from their reality show and other business ventures that they've done from the fame and success they've gained from the show. According to a PR expert, Sister Wives Christine, Janelle, and Mary Brown can all make considerably more money per year since their split from Cody.
Yep.
According to David Johnson, CEO of Strategic Vision PR Group, the three ex-wives could bring in $2 million annually each. David told the U.S. Sun that the trio's extra income could come from brand partnerships, sponsorships, selling products, and more. The PR expert explained that it's often a plus to be single when brands partner with celebrities when the audience is health and fitness related. Apart from airing the Browns family drama on the hit TLC show, the wives have been bringing in income in other ways, with a lot of quote-unquote side hustles. Mary has been selling LuLaRoe clothing for years. Janelle also has her lifestyle brand Strive with Janelle, and both she and Christine are heavily involved in Plexus marketing for weight loss. At the same time that things are slowly crumbling for the Brown family, fans of the TLC show are also getting tired of the constant pushing of multi-level marketing companies on their social media platforms. Multi-level marketing companies are known to be predatory, and it's fairly known that 99% of sellers don't make money at all, which is why MLMs are often compared to pyramid schemes. Only those at the very top are making money, and they're relying on recruiting other people in order to keep their income going. And the people at the bottom are just losing money, since oftentimes they're told to continue buying and buying and buying a product to once again put more money in the pockets of those at the top. So, which of the sister wives are involved with MLM companies? Well, Plexus is the most popular MLM associated with the Sister Wives cast, and Janelle and Christine are involved with them.
That's a shame.
They use their personal Instagram accounts as well as two they run specifically for peddling products called Secret to Self-Care and Life with Health and Happiness. Both have well over 30,000 followers. Plexus is an MLM that sells dietary supplements, most famously their meal replacement shakes and drinks that are marketed to help people lose weight. What makes Plexus especially predatory is that they take advantage of people suffering from health conditions like PCOS. And looking at Janelle, her daughter Maddie, and Christine's Plexus accounts seems to show that they push the idea that these products can help you lose weight, which is not rooted in science. These products are not FDA approved, and there seems to be no proof they help with weight loss or health conditions.
2022, she started healing, and in 2023, she's coming for what's hers.
Well, also, I mean, like, these women are not thin. How are you selling weight loss products? How are you selling weight loss products? Come on now.
This is a year of alignment, and she's not letting anyone stand in her way.
Mary Brown, on the other hand, is loyal to LuLaRoe. Both Mary and Christine have been active with the legging company LuLaRoe, and it's sad because they're taking advantage of their fans who will end up losing money in the multi-level marketing business model. If you didn't know already, LuLaRoe rose to infamy with the shocking documentary LuLaRich, which I highly recommend watching, and really showed the truth and toxicity behind the MLM company. While the documentary was eye-opening for many, Mary has decided to stay loyal to the brand. She made a post in November praising the company and its owners, Deanne Brady and Mark Stidham. 2 weeks ago, I was in Florida for LuLaRich LuLaRoe leadership training. I had the privilege of rubbing shoulders with these two amazing humans, feeling their spirit and seeing firsthand the love and compassion they have for their family of retailers. And it seems that Mary has no plans of leaving LuLaRoe anytime soon. Her Instagram account is still filled with her LuLaRoe work. I find the Sister Wives' involvement in MLMs to be kind of ironic, because many people believe the Sister Wives are in a cult, and many believe MLMs are a cult. So it kind of makes sense that the Sister Wives would fall into involvement in MLMs. But of course, most of the Sister Wives' money comes from starring on the TLC show since 2010. Each Sister Wives' net worths are higher than you might think.
Oh.
According to Celebrity Net Worth, Mary is worth an estimated total of $400,000. The profit stems from her starring in Sister Wives, selling items on LuLaRoe, and running Lizzie's Heritage Inn, a bed and breakfast in her family home in Utah. Although it's not been revealed exactly how much Mary makes as a trainer for LuLaRoe, Glassdoor reports that a trainer makes over $77,000 a year. As for Mary's bed and breakfast, which she began in 2017, she's charging her customers $250 and $300 a night depending on the room. In November of 2022, Mary hosted a retreat at Lizzie's Heritage Inn, and the prices varied from $4,500 to $6,400, which is a lot to be charging people. And the last way Mary earns extra income is through cameo videos for her fans for $150 and selling business-related recordings for $420. Janelle is reportedly worth $400,000 as of 2022. Janelle has reportedly accumulated those funds from starring in Sister Wives, previously running the Browns online store and blog named My Sister Wives Closet, her fitness company Strive with Janelle, and participating in her Plexus MLM called Life with Health and Happiness. On the site, she charges her customers who request an appointment $75 for advice and guidance on their fitness journey, but there's no info about exactly how much their Plexus MLM project has made since opening the company. And before Janelle's online business ventures, she was a real estate agent in 2013 to make ends meet while she and her family lived in Nevada. Christine has a reported net worth of $400,000. Christine has made this money through being on the show Sister Wives, being a published author, a salesperson for Plexus and LuLaRoe, and making specialized cameo videos. In 2012, Christine published a book titled Hand Raised: The Barns of Montana. As a LuLaRoe retailer, although Christine didn't disclose how much she profits from her sales, it's reported that the retailer can make $38,000 to $56,000 a year. There's been no details on how much Christine has made in Plexus. As for Cameo, Christine charges her fans a variety of prices, including $40 for a personalized video, $120 for a live video call, and $245 for a business video. Celebrity Net Worth says Robin has profited $600,000 since starting in Sister Wives. The other ventures Robert has participated in is selling items on the joint website My Sister Wives Closet, publishing books, and running the family blog. In regards to books, Robin has written at least 3 projects, including 2 children's novels, Disney's Muppet Babies, Super Fabulous, and Evan's Turning 7. As for their combined earnings, Cody and his 4 wives, or former wives, can each reportedly earn $25,000 to $40,000 per episode for their roles in TLC's Sister Wives. The group also turned their life story into a New York Times best-selling book titled Becoming Sister Wives: The Story of an Unconventional Marriage in 2012. So what started as a random reality TV series to advocate for polygamy turned into a multitude of business avenues for the Browns. But what do their children think about the career and lives their parents have had?
I don't think you know.
Do your kids plan on living the polygamous lifestyle?
So far, they're not planning on it.
They all have their
but
choice.
We really
One of the most fascinating aspects of the Sister Wives saga are the children that Mary, Christine, and Janelle have had with Cody, and how those children have turned out and what their perspectives are on their family. Cody and Mary Brown's kid, Leon Brown, aged 27. After 5 years of marriage, the pair welcomed their first and only child together, Leon Brown, in 1995. And though Mary was raised in polygamy and was part of a plural marriage herself, she tried to create a different culture for Leon, who came out as transgender and queer in June of 2022. In July of 2022, Mary celebrated Leon turning 27 with a touching tribute on Instagram. "Happiest of birthdays to my miracle, my always amazing Leo the Lion," she wrote. "Know you are forever loved by me at Leo in the Mountains, and I'm honored and blessed to be your mom. I love you." It's important to note the Brown children, including Leon, have stated that Mary hasn't always been the most supportive parent, and that there's been many rough patches throughout their childhood, especially when Leon came out.
Your dad talked about the importance of reciprocating your mom's feelings. What were you thinking in that moment?
I was just feeling really hurt by her actions. And going through all of that just kind of made me feel like she didn't really care about me. I had to come to a place where I realized it wasn't about me to be able to kind of move forward.
Leon is engaged to their partner, Audrey Chris, who came out as transgender in December 2021.
Okay, I'm gay.
Are you serious? Are you really?
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you kind of always know, but growing up in such a religious place was really hard because I was constantly told, this is bad, it's a sin. So it was just kind of like I had this genuine fear growing up of being gay.
Cody and Janelle Brown's kids. Logan Brown, 28 years old, obtained a bachelor's degree in kinesiology and exercise science, and married his now wife, Michelle Petty, in October of 2022. According to Cheat Sheet, he has never been interested in polygamy and is no longer a member of the Mormon Church. Madison Brown, 27. The couple's second child and first daughter, Madison, who goes by Maddie, attended Utah State University but later dropped out after getting engaged to her boyfriend, Caleb Brush, who she married in June of 2016. Caleb told People the pair weren't planning on living a plural marriage. Hunter Brown, 25, attended the United States Air Force Academy and later moved to Baltimore to attend nursing school and obtained his master's degree from the Johns Hopkins School of Nursing in May of 2022. Garrison Brown, 24. Janelle and Cody's fourth child son, Garrison, is a part of the National Guard. He also stepped back from his family, their show, and their faith. He has even joined a church that opposes polygamy. During the 2015 Tell All special, he stated, "One's enough for me." Gabriel Brown, 21. Gabriel, who goes by Gabe, has had his ups and downs with his father over the years. In a December 2022 episode of Sister Wives, Gabe got emotional during a confessional, as he recalled when Cody forgot his birthday during a phone call they had in October.
October rolls around, specifically October 11th, my birthday. And Dad calls me. And we have a small discussion about how bad my COVID was. I shouldn't have done this, but I did anyway. I didn't remind him that it was my birthday because I wanted to see if he remembered. And he didn't.
Okay, we gotta stop here because I'm up to about an hour on my video. So I'll finish the last bit as a part 3.